Hey Titans! Today we're going to talk about formal versus informal writing, including diction and tone. Let's start first by talking about what's formal and what's informal. Look at these two outfits. If you're going to a formal, fancy party, which one would you wear? Boom! That's right. You would wear the formal dress, not the informal jeans and t-shirt. If you're just standing around and you wanted to be really informal, how would you stand? Boom, that's right, you might slouch because you're informal. If you're going to a very fancy tea party with the queen, which would you wear? Would you wear the cap or the top hat? Boom, that's right, you would wear the formal top hat to meet the queen or king. If you're at a business meeting and you needed to say hi to the head of the company, would you give a formal shake of the hand or a high five? You definitely wouldn't want to give an informal high five. You would shake their hand formally. Finally, if you're talking to someone and you wanted to be more formal, what would you say? Would you say, "Hey, what's up? Why don't you spill that tea and finesse her phone?" Or would you say, "Hello, Mr. Smith. Welcome to my home. Would you like a cold beverage?" Boom. You definitely want to be more formal. Now let's talk about diction and tone. With diction, it's an author's word choice. A writer may use formal words or more ordinary, informal words. For example, Ben plays on lots of sports teams. That's pretty informal. But if I wanted to write more formally, I might say, Ben participates in several competitive sports. That's formal. Also, diction includes sentence length. The length and rhythm of sentences. Some writers use simple, straightforward sentences, while others write longer, more elaborative sentences. For example, the game was almost over. I was tired. I tried as hard as I could. That's kind of a simple sentence. A more complex sentence would be, toward the end of the fourth quarter of the game, I felt exhausted. However, I was determined to do my best. That's more complex and a little more formal. Finally, we have tone. Tone is the writer's attitude toward the audience and subject, and it can play a strong role in the voice he or she uses on the page. Tone can usually be described using adjectives such as humorous, argumentative, or academic. Identifying the tone can also help the reader identify the author's purpose. When you're writing an email, let's say, to a teacher, you might want to have a very academic, serious, and formal tone. As opposed to writing an email to a friend, it might be humorous and a little bit lighthearted. Hope you learned something about formal and informal writing and diction and tone.